going to happen and how are we going to tackle this particular situation? We have resources, we have infrastructure, we have expertise, we have also equipments. But to what extent, how long are we going to, meddle with this particular and inaccessible regions which are not approachable? And, teachers with a dedicated mindset, I don't need to speak about it. There was one survey organized in Uttar Pradesh in the recent past, 59% of the teachers, they are not coming to schools. Heavy teacher absenteeism. Many other issues. Teacher ban gaya neta, वैसे भी एक, and cutting a new path, breaking barriers. Now challenges, training facilities in rural area. Now as you will find, I am not here speaking about the infrastructure where you will find all sort of superstructure, other buildings or minimum training facilities in the rural areas they require, and that is a challenge. And in the rural areas and also in the semi-urban areas, we don't find many doers also in, So this also, how exactly we can also trigger, the proliferation of serious doers in these areas. As I said, in some places, the study centers are not reachable. NIS also has its own study centers and they are also not accessible. And also, as you all know, that admission and examination fee, many of the youth also, they find it difficult. Now, as of now, NIS is charging about to the tune of 1,000 rupees. And for SC/ST, it's about 500 rupees. But even then, they find it difficult. This is a reality that is existing. I don't know how exactly NIS is going to tackle and look at it. I don't know. And, the shortage of trainers for soft and life skills. And this is a very, very crucial issue today that is emerging. We have enough trainers in the country for organizing training in mechanical trades. As regards the development of the cognitive and the psychomotor abilities, soft skills, how to communicate, how to speak, to say a word of thanks at least, sit or with a smile, life coping skills, we call it soft skills, we call it. We call it as also in some places of the world as employability skills. So there is no system in the country who can impart these skills on soft and life skills. And this is a reality. We are now in this cooperation having, skills training activities wherein we are giving that mechanicals. That psychomotor part is very much elevated. But the cognitive part, that is a real worry for us. Now, in the rural areas, especially we find these things are absent as regards certain NIS norms are concerned. No birth certificate, no caste certificate, no education certificates, and they have no proper address either, those who are in the slums. So how do we tackle it? This also we take it as one of the challenges. Now, some of the VET challenges in general, stigma. So this all of you know that I don't need to speak about it. We need to embark on a high destigmatization process. In this country, this is heavily existing. We have to look to a situation where it's a dignity neutral, livelihood scenario. Very happy that in the recent past, it was told that a doctor who went to London, an Indian doctor, he changed from medical profession to plumbing because he found there that the earning is much, much more than what a medical doctor earns in London. So this is a reality. This has happened in this country. So to what extent this destigmatization is going to happen in this country? We are all in the process of we call it as the aimed pursuit of higher education. We don't know where exactly we are heading to. We passed 10th, we passed 12th, we get into some graduation courses, we get into some, post-graduation courses, whereas we don't know where exactly. It was very interesting, a story told by Mr. B.N. Yugandhar in the recent past about 2 weeks ago when I met him in Hyderabad. He said that the marble players and the postgraduates, we have written it in our newspaper also. One postgraduate went and told him, sir, the most unbearable thing in my life is, when my peers, those who were denied education, now today they are contributing at least to, some money to their family's income. Whereas I am a postgraduate, I am not able to contribute even a single penny, even today, to my parents. Limited models, opportunities. I don't know to what extent Dr. Masinik also would agree with it. Outdated courses, some courses are also, how exactly we are also in the process of diversifying the skills, curricular training and facilities, very archaic, we should say it, very archaic, fossilized teaching methods that is existing in our ITIs. As a result of people also cannot, come with the so-called competence. Today we all use that big word competency, to what extent that we measure up to the so-called wished upon competency. Limited courses for school dropout youth, that is another issue. And lastly, all the problems, according to some economists, all the problems in the country is because of the sharp decline of the contribution from agriculture to the GDP, which was to the tune of 46% about 10 years ago. Now it is only just 16.5%. The contribution from agriculture sector to the nation's GDP is only it's because of the drastic decline in the number of agriculture-based trades and options available. Now, how exactly we can also make the trades, gender neutral. This is an issue now. Now, these are some issues. Learning materials in vernacular is a real issue that is bothering us. And more primary data on education scenario. We have today living with the secondary data, but to what extent we are also promoting the flow, the scaling, the upscaling of the primary information. And some suggestions that we are asked. Popularize VT in India, the speakers, those who presented their papers in the previous sessions, they also spoke about it. Incorporating of VT curricula in school curricular education, a very big topic. Promotion of green trades. Create an environment for women to attend vocational training. And trainers for life, and we have already spoken about it. And future plan. Creating more awareness on open schooling. Enroll more institutions in the unreached areas. Develop curricula in vernacular. TOT on soft and life skills. Innovative trades and trade diversification. Creating a common platform to link all the stakeholders. So this platform should be a place where all the stakeholders, irrespective of their arena of work, should converge and synergize their energy so that the scenario is taken forward. And promotion of research studies. As I said, today we are all living with the secondary information. To what extent we are also promoting a process whereby we get into, when we speak about research, it's not always with the microscope and it's not always with big high-end laboratories. At least, to look into certain very crucial areas so that, we mean when we say, I told about 88%, that's the secondary information it is. NUPA, of course, did the study, but to what extent, and also one of the speakers, Dr. Saurav, he has spoken very much about unorganized sector, to what extent we will be able to complement, by embarking on a research and study mode, And future plan continuing, creating more awareness on open schooling. Same only, sorry. Thank you, and that is it. And thank you very much.